At what age should men learn how to make money? Listen to the answer. At what age should men learn how to make money? 8 years old, it's my suggestion. Now let me explain this with a real life example. Martin was a neighbor. He was 15 years old. He liked to play soccer and he was very good at it. This made him very popular with the girls. Across the street lived a young girl about 14 years old. She was Martin's girlfriend. Little by little, the belly of the girl started to get bigger and bigger, until all of us figured out that Martin had gotten her pregnant. Now, another neighbor of mine named Gerardo was 10 years old when I came to the States. On one occasion, I called my family who was still living in my home country. And during our conversation, I asked about Gerardo. Gerardo, they exclaimed. He's 16 now, but unfortunately, he is an alcoholic. He comes home every night very drunk. I thought to myself, how is it that at 14 and 15 years of age, we already know how to impregnate a girl? At that age, we already know how to intoxicate ourselves with alcohol. We know how to smoke, do drugs. We know what pornography is. But at that age, we haven't learned one of the most important skills that every man will need. I'm talking about how to make money and manage it well without money managing us. Why is this skill so important for men? Well, because for about 60 to 70 years of our life as men, we'll have to make money to pay for housing, transportation, food, clothes, medication, utilities, and much more. The faster we learn, the less difficulties we will experience in the future. And if you didn't know, one of the main reasons of divorce in the US is due to financial issues in the family. Now, I'm not talking here about materialism or about being obsessed with money, nor am I talking about placing our value as a person or our identity as a man in money. Rather, I'm talking about acquiring a skill that we'll need our whole life as men. If you are a parent, teach your child how to make money as soon as possible. Teach them how to manage it without money managing them, because that's the other problem we have as men. Many men who end up having money also end up losing their kids and wife because money possesses their time, love, and dedication. Money manages them instead of being the other way around. So at what age should we start to teach them this concept? My suggestion, and this is just an opinion based on my own experience, I'd say as early as 8 years old. Teach him how to make at least $5 per month. Teach him how to save it, and maybe when he has saved enough, he could buy that toy he really wants. If he's 10 years old, teach him how to make $20 a month. If he wants to buy video games or maybe a pair of Jordans, he will have the means to do it. If he's 12, 13, of course, he should make much more than that. Let me give you an example of this. My son, at 6 years old, was already generating $160 a month, and not because I asked them to do it, or not even because I encouraged them to do it. He came up with the idea all by himself. This happened all because he wanted a toy that I didn't want to buy for him. Now, I want to be clear. We provided him with food, clothes, a bunch of toys, and all the necessity, but he wanted a luxury toy. It was a collector's edition airplane that came with a hangar, runway, and a bunch of nice little extras. I told him, if I buy you this airplane, you will destroy it in 5 days or a week at the most. Then we would have spent all this money on a toy that would not even work anymore. So his response was, well, how about if I buy it myself? are you going to buy it if you don't have any money? I replied. Well, he told me, what if I make some money? He was only 6 years old, so I didn't take him seriously. But you know what he did? He noticed that all our neighbors had dogs. He then went door to door to ask them if they would pay him if he picked up their dog's poop so they didn't have to do it themselves. The first month, he made $20. The second month, other people from our neighborhood knocked on our door asking for him to see if he wanted to help them as well. That month, he made $40, and so on until he was making $160 a month. My wife taught him to split the money into categories and put them in special envelopes. Spend money, which is pocket cash for candy, fast food, or little trinkets. Short-term save. This envelope was for luxury toys or things he wanted that would take several months to save for. Charity was another one. This made sure he did not become selfish. This category was for giving to the homeless, giving to church, or just putting something in the donation box on the counter at Wendy's. His choice. Long-term save. This money went straight into a bank account. He can use it for buying his first car or put it towards his college. He worked for over a year, but because he was so little, he got burned out having so many clients a week that he eventually quit. My wife and I talked about it, and we decided it was best for him to not continue. He had learned a good lesson, and we didn't want him to get bitter about work. But a year later, he wanted to buy something that we did not agree to get for him. So he decided to start his business again. But this time, I went with him to help him do the job. I wanted to encourage him, but we told him he was only allowed to have 2 customers per week because we didn't want him to become obsessed or to get burned out again. This time, everything has been working out well. Listen, I'm not telling you that your son has to make $160 a month, nor $80 a month, or $40. In reality, the amount is irrelevant. The principle of life is the main goal here, that your son learns at an early age how to make money and manage it well without money controlling him. How will this help your son? Well, number 1, this skill will accelerate his maturity as a man. As he is growing, he will learn the value of money and he will learn how to earn it and manage it. Number 2, it will also teach him responsibility and discipline because it takes discipline to save. And number 3, above all, he will value you as a man and as a father. When he realizes how much it costs to make $10 a month, then compares it with all you have to make on a monthly basis to provide for him and for the rest of the family, he will respect you more and he will admire you more. So, question for you. Do you want to have a son that goes around impregnating teenagers or getting intoxicated, doing drugs, or being controlled by pornography? Or do you want to form a high-value man that is beneficial to society? If it is the latter, then teach your son this skill as soon as possible. Please subscribe to watch the next video. What will happen to you as a man if you don't learn how to lead? And don't forget to give us a like. Thank you.